believe Guy Fieri is a Raiders fan. Not sure if he'll be there for the opener of that new stadium in Vegas. And Guy Fieri, the celebrity chef, host of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and a million other shows, joining us on the program. Guy, are you going to be there for the Raiders home opener in Vegas?
I'm going to tell you what, you're going to have to pry me away from that place. I opened a restaurant there. Well, we built a restaurant inside of the stadium. We were so excited to open, and Guy Fieri's tailgate. And unfortunately, we didn't have the exact season we wanted. So we're going to be there. My kid went to UNLV. I went to UNLV. So we're both proud to be, Vegas Raiders, all of it.
Is Vegas a good food town?
I'll tell you, DP, back in the day when I went to college there, it was who made the best buffet. It was like buffets would go crazy. Sometimes there were big numbers, and you couldn't find a great restaurant at all. And now I think Vegas is a food destination. I mean, I think people go for gaming still, and they go for concerts, but really one of the main focuses about Vegas is the food and beverage program.
If I gave you a sneaky pick, state-wise or city-wise, for great food?
If I gave you a pick?
Yeah, I'm going to give you a pick, like a smaller town, city, where you go, man, that per capita, that one is off the chain, as you might say.
Wow, I really like how you throw that around. Okay, it's a big city. It's a big little city, I always say, Chicago. Chicago is one of my all-time faves. It just has so much culture. It's so diverse. It's old. It's an old city. Not as recognized, I think, as New York and LA. But I got to tell you something. Talk about amazing food. I was, however, just in Houston the other day. I went down there and I was hanging out with my buddy Jeff Bagwell. And he's what a character. You know him. And we were down there and I'm telling you, that Houston scene is blowing up with food. I was there 5 years ago and had Jeff on Triple D, and I went back and I thought, well, I'll go back to some of the old places, whatever. It changed, not changed. It grew exponentially. So Houston's a great city. I mean, I listen, every time I go back to a city, I'm coming up your way, by the way, this fall.
Len, you keep saying this.
No, I knew you were going to say that. So I have our president of Food Network lives up in your area. My agent, Jason Hodes, and Jeff Google live up in that area. I said, okay, listen, I've been saying it long enough. September, October, I'm coming up there. Right before it gets really cold and too cold for a California dude, it's going to happen. We will talk about this.
Okay. Toughest food to cook, to get right?
One of the foods that's beat up the worst is just flat out chicken breasts. It gets that's kind of the simple one, but I see people overcook it all the time. It becomes dry, it becomes terrible. Steak, more times than not, steak gets abused. You know what it is? Things dry out faster than people anticipate. There's two ways of cooking them. Not two ways, but it's either hot and fast or low and slow. Putting a fast sear on a steak and then finishing in the oven, or reverse searing it or sous videing it, where you really let the steak come up to temperature before you put a crust on it. But I see a lot of steaks get hammered, cooking it too much on one side, not on the other. But I think, to answer the question, wild game. Wild game is probably the most difficult for people to cook. Two reasons. One, it's super lean. Two, people don't have a lot of experience with it.
We have our Meat Fridays here, and
I want to come for Meat Friday. I want to be there for Meat Friday.
We have Tyler who cooks, so I don't know if we would have you cook, Guy. I mean,
I'm out. I'm not even in yet.
Not yet. Not yet. We have deviled eggs today. I know you don't like eggs. Oh, I can see it from the look. Yes. Yes. I'm not a deviled eggs guy, but should we have rethought this?
Well, I personally don't feel that deviled eggs falls into your Meat Friday. I mean, I think that there's a lot of things that go into Meat Friday. I mean,
well, they sprinkled bacon on it, and they had it on the grill. So technically,
I mean, I give points to creativity. There's no question about that. But I think that there's just so many other fantastic options. When you call something Meat Friday. I mean, that's kind of like drum roll and music and fanfare. I mean, I'm Chateaubriand. I'm skirt steak. I'm Argentinian. I'm some big beef ribs.
Well, we have pork on there. We have pork, but we also have broccoli with Parmesan on it.
Well, I mean, there's sometimes just differences between the East Coast and the West Coast. Maybe on the East Coast, that's when you're rocking the Meat Friday.
No, it's not. It's not.
Broccoli and deviled eggs.
No, that our cameraman who's health conscious, he made the suggestion. We don't want it, but we'll do it. But,
Maybe throw that into Thursday then, Dan. Thursday, that sounds like a really nice Wednesday or Thursday menu. But Friday, when we're going Meat Friday, call me for Meat Friday next time. I'll send recipes. Matter of fact, I'll send you some. What you need is some big tomahawk chops. Or I've got a bunch of moose meat. I'll send you some moose meat. Make moose meat meatballs. That'd be a good
Okay,
choice.
but I want you to come in and cook. Is that rude, though, if I ask you to cook?
It's not rude. I take that as not only an invitation, but it's the gauntlet has been put down.
Oh my God!
I don't know. Can we call it, if I make it there on a Wednesday? Can we call it Meat Friday?
We can call it whatever you want. Yeah, we can call it whatever you want. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, so a good buddy of mine, and I've mentioned him a few times. He watches your show all the time. But someone had mentioned in a couple of posts that I have my Dan Patrick going in the background here with all the bobbleheads. My collection of goods. I said, I got the Macho Man Savage in the back. I said, I take a good example. I know when the show is going the right way, you got to have the right display going, huh?
Look at what I've done. No, I'm very impressed because last time we kind of mocked you when we were done with you that it looked really lame. Like you cleaned up your shop there. I like that.
You mocked me.
Yeah, we did.
Said, well, yeah. I can't. I'm almost a couple more things, and I'm not going to be able to see you. You were almost behind. I mean, you're going to be Wilson over the fence in a second.
But when I have Bobby Flay on, man, his background is awesome. Just letting you know. I mean, he kills it.
Just bring it. I think this is awesome. Well, I imagine Bobby. You know what? I think if
could you take Bobby Flay?
He wouldn't agree with deviled eggs either.
Could you take Bobby Flay?
To the game,
fighting
to see the Raiders beat the Patriots.
No, like let's say UFC, like you and Bobby Flay in the octagon.
Oh, I don't know. I know Bobby's pretty tough. Bobby's. I'll tell you what. Bobby is an amazing chef, an awesome restaurant, awesome restaurant owner. Great on TV. I mean, he's been doing this thing a lot longer than me. It would be. I don't know who I'd put my money on. You can't bait me into these, Dan.
I can't. Yeah, maybe if you get liquored up a little bit, then maybe I can.
That's probably what happens. If we're smoking cigars on our Meat Friday show, that'll be on a Tuesday when we're up there shooting Triple D. But you're going to come on Triple D with me. I think we have talked about this.
Yeah, I will.
And we're going to go I told you, tell me some of your favorite joints. When my agent pitches me and says, hey, by the way, there's this pizza place up here. I'm not saying you have to go to it, but it is my kid's favorite. And I'm like, really? Why? I imagine I'll be coming up there shortly. But we need to. We haven't shot up in your area in quite a while.
But, Paulie, I got that show with Giada that I'm doing. I don't know if I'm going to have time to spend with Guy.
I would, as your friend and culinary consultant, I would absolutely take all the time you need to go on Giada's show and just call me and tell me next year when you're available for me. But I would go hang out with Giada before me any day.
By the way, you got cigars now that you're putting out? You got these Flavortown cigars?
They're going to be. This is Flavortown Kitchen. This is our. This is my virtual. This is the Ghost Kit virtual restaurant.
But you got a humidor over your left shoulder.
Oh yeah. No, there's one. There's one over there too.
Oh, okay.
So I'm getting ready. My buddy Eric from Espinosa Cigars out of Miami. We're getting ready to come out with the Flavortown Guy Fieri cigars. So probably November, December is when we should launch them. But knowing that you're a cigar guy, I will make sure that you have one of the first boxes that come out. But we're going to do we'll do a nice selection. I'm a big Maduro guy, torpedo, big ring gauge, but some nice lighter, we'll have a good little selection of it.
Don't you have a sign back there that says that renowned egg hater behind you?
No, but I think that, since everybody sends you something,
it's there.
Now we'll fire up. No, that doesn't say renowned. No, it just is Flavortown.
Oh, okay.
I will get an egg hater. I'll get an egg hater just for you.
Oh, okay.
I'll put one in. Are you an egg lover?
Not a deviled eggs, but I'm okay with eggs. I'm okay. I love
Runny
your face.
yolk,
I
pop
love
it
you.
over the toast kind of guy.
Yeah. Butterfly toast. Yeah, I can do that. But I love
Ooh.
when you're doing diners, drive-ins, and dives, and somebody brings out an egg, and just the look on your face is awesome.
Well, when I was on Jimmy's show, when I was on Jimmy Fallon, he knows that I don't like eggs, and we were having this little joke about it before the show. And so, of course, as we're talking about this, the next thing I know, in the middle of the show, he brings out a carton of eggs and puts it on the counter. And he said, I heard you don't like eggs. And, what would it take for you to share? So chugging a couple raw eggs, no problem. But cracking a raw egg over easy on top of some toast, my wife will do it and just knows that it drives me crazy. It's just not, it's not my jam. Do I use eggs? I cook with eggs all the time. It's a necessity as a chef, but there's just certain ways and certain times.
All right. Let me know when you come up this way, and then
I need your picks. I need you to send me some recommendations. I know your whole team, your stable there of crazies. Come up with a list. Give me some ideas. I'd love to get some insight.
Okay. All right. That sounds great. Thanks for joining us, and always great to talk to you.
You're great.
That's Guy Fieri, celebrity chef, host of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.